This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop! August 27th to the 29th, 2021! Atlanta, Georgia! Ranger Stop 8! November 11th to the 14th! Orlando, Florida! Get your tickets now! Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Clement Kaiser.
Yo-ho-hoi, yo-ho-hoi, yo-ho-hoi-hoi. 上の海賊くれれないのぬ痛い世界へ Yo-ho-hoi! Hey everyone, welcome to Sentai Hero Special, and today I'm going to do a special performance of Twokai's Henshin dance, alright? So, bear with me, I did my best, so let's go. Umai! Change the Twokai! Change the Twokai! Kaiser power! Twokai's!
Hate to be the guy that has to do that every day.
Oh, come on. It was a good dance routine, you know?
Yeah. Just have to, always jumping around and stuff. So, anyway, welcome everyone to Sentai Hero Special. I am Quasar Red, and my dance partner, aka Red Star. Okay, my dancing sidekick is Red Star, and we are here to review episode 14 of 14 of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, and it is called Duel Zenkai versus Twokai. So before we begin, let's start with some opening comments. Red Star, what you doing?
Besides the dance, let me just change this into a little bit of gold. You know, it's Twokai's feeling. Okay, so let's see. Today has been great, and I just improvise. I did not improvise. I just learned how to dance in the last 10 minutes. So that is good that I just figured it out. But I really like Twokai's and stuff. And let's see. Well, today is officially the day that Loki, from Disney Plus, has already premiered. So if any of you are on the Disney Plus stream, check out Loki, because, who does not love the God of Mischief himself, Loki, from the MCU? And Tom Hiddleston's charismatic charm as the troublemaking god.
Unless, of course, it's the Son of the Mask version.
No. All right. And what about you, man?
Let's see. I think so. I believe the first poster for Jurassic World Dominion has come out, and it looks pretty neat. It has the famous image of a mosquito biting a dinosaur. And I believe we're expected to get a first look at the sixth film in the series around the time Fast and Furious 9 comes out. Don't quote me on that, just what I've heard. Also, funny little parallel now between the Jurassic and Harry Potters. The sixth just thought this was kind of funny. The sixth Harry Potter film was postponed back in 2009 because they didn't want it competing with Twilight. That's what I've heard. And now Jurassic World Dominion, the sixth film in the Jurassic series, has now been postponed because of COVID. So it seems like 6 movies get the shove, which is a shame, but oh well. So with that being said, let's start the episode. What's your thoughts and opinions? And then we begin recap. Go.
What thoughts and opinions about the episode?
Yeah.
It's a very nice episode, and I kind of like where this leads up to the relationship between Kaito and Zox, because they have a very shaky relationship as heroes trying to trying to accomplish their own agenda or their own goals. But I think this is a good start of a new friendship between Kaito and Zox with the Zenkaigers and Flint, Kitana, and Ricky. So yeah.
Yes, I think this is overall good start. Or I think this is like a nice little, like it's the border or the wall between the two groups is starting to come down. So that is nice. We're finally getting to see the Zenkaiser's pirate family, starting to like work more in harmony, I guess is the word, with the Zenkaigers, which is nice. And the fight it had some great fighting and some interesting moments, and makes me more annoyed with last week's episode. I was just like, why did we have to sit through the stock footage fight if they just cut it short? But anyway, that's another story. So let's begin. You want to go first, or should I?
No, you go first, man.
Okay, because I've had some problems with these screenshots today, so I want to cover this one moment in particular. So the episode begins with the Zenkaigers waking up in the forest they had actually landed in the last episode. I was just like, wow, that was worth a day of filming. And they managed to catch that all of the effects the recycle worlds caused on the planet is, disintegrating, everything's going back to normal, and they realize Zox must have stopped recycle world. And so, they're relieved about that. It's kind of nice that they're not bitter about this, the fact that they're starting to warm up to the idea that Zox is, helping them out and stuff, and they're not just getting annoyed thinking he's stealing their thunder. However, Zox is in a bit of a mood as we see him later on the bridge. We saw Senna run by last season. Irrelevant. And they give him, the gears that they collected from the recycle world, and Zox still thinks those are, real gears, but big shock, it turns out they aren't. And he walks away kind of in a bit of a, like I said, mood, just all upset, or just seem like they're wondering what's the problem now. And then we cut back to their Spy Kids ship, where they're discussing how none of the gears are to SD, the SD world. And it turns out that the big intense cliffhanger we got to see in the last episode is answered through yet another flashback. And this was kind of my issue with Kira Major, and I don't know if they've been doing it they've done it here and there this season, but it's like, what's the point of telling these stories in flashback? I was just like, if they're going to show us what happened anyway, why not just show it to us, which is something which I find kind of annoying. Anyway, we find out that Stacy had actually worked a deal with Zox. He says, you destroy you defeat Zenkaiger, and I will give you the gear to SD-topia. But then, the Zox, wanting to do it himself, he says, well, then I'll just take you to our headquarters, So the Zenkaiger, so, he has the option to, finally save his brothers from, the curse they've been put under. And mission is accomplished, but they also have to kill, or they have to at least beat, Kaito in a fight. And they're not real sure what to do, but when they realized the gears were all fake, Kaito, Zox agrees to do it, and in a rather nice touch, we then cut to the candy shop where he actually tells the other Zenkaigers about this plan, about how, about Stacy's deal and all, and Kaito, agrees that, this is a way to save his brothers, and also even if he this is a way to save his brothers, and even if Stacy's lying, they still get to fight each other, which, they're both up for. And so, and it's also, nice that they're not Zox didn't just ambush them or just start attacking. I could easily see Marvelous doing something like that, but they agree to duel to the death. I'm kidding, more like duel to the dance. But they agree, and also I wanted to put the picture of their smirks, but didn't have enough room, so oh well. Well, now we go to the Toji Tendo Dynasty, and what happens? Take it away.
So when they arrived here, Barashitara, he was complaining to Ijiru that why are you interfering in my plant? You should not interfere with military plans. I am in charge of that, and you are the tech man. You focus on the technological side of the plan. So leave that as it is. Okay, but this whole time during the series, I feel like Ijiru has been the only villain that put in so much effort into planning to destroy the Zenkaigers. But Barashitara, he is just, there just to lead his little minions into hurting the city. But Ijiru is the only person putting the time and effort into planning to destroy the Zenkaigers. And Barashitara is just giving him a hard time. So I have a feeling, and I'm putting it on the table, that Ijiru, he's going to betray Barashitara. He's going to do that.
Most likely.
Or if Barashitara is in near defeat, Ijiru is going to take him to the lab and maybe give him some makeover or a technological upgrade, so then he will obey every Ijiru's orders.
Mm-hmm. So lots of interesting, plans that could come from this. So anyway, they meet at the standard rock quarry area. The two groups, are there to watch the battle. Also, just realized the title's covering it up, but Kaito has zippers on the bottom of his pants, which I thought was kind of a interesting design. Anyway, the two leads morph and they start fighting, and it's actually very brutal at first. They're both really blasting one another. They're firing. They're trying to shoot one. They're having a bit of a shootout, and then Zox goes Shinken mode on Kaito, and so Kaito decides to use the abilities of Live Man to
Yay!
Yes, he uses Live Red's Eagle Sword, and it also grants him his acrobatic moves, to fight, and it's they're more on equal footing, and so Zox decides to go O Ranger and do a bit of a boxing match, and he manages to overwhelm Kaito, and then here's where the here's the silly part of the episode. Kaito decides to use another gear of another Sentai, Battle Fever, and
Battle Fever.
and for those who don't know, Battle Fever's special ability was dancing, or at least that was part of their gimmick. I think that's how they even morphed, was just by dancing, and so and so he, like, all Kaito can do is start dancing, and then I missed that, or I forgot. This is supposed to be the dancing image, but they both start dancing too, and even Zox is kind of going yo, and Jiren's even just kind of like, hey, I would have totally gotten in on this part, because Jiren loves to dance, and then Zox uses the ability of the the polar bear themed Keiyu Ranger, and he becomes super giant. And he almost tries to squash Kaito. And by the way, the effects in this scene are actually pretty well done. Like it's a bit cheesy, but it actually does look pretty cool. It doesn't look too fake. And then Kaito, Suchin tells them to use the abilities of Maskman, their aura power, to try and deflect, some of Zox's hits, and it doesn't, and it appears to have not worked as Kaito blows up. Well, there you have it. That's our story. Wait, hold on. It's like, well, there you have it. That's our story. Zox dead. Good night. Well, there you have it. Sorry. Well, there you have it. That's our story. Kaito's dead. Good night.
Oh, nope.
Just kidding.
We're kidding. Nope. It is not over yet. And as we see this photo where Zox blows Kaito into smithereens, like, look at that photo. Let's see. Yep. This is where Kaito was being blown to smithereens by Twokai on their final battle, and with all the Zenkaigers all mourning the death of Kaito, we go on to the next pic where we see Stacy made a special appearance, and he is about to congratulate on Twoka's like deed for listening to him by taking out Zenkaiger, because remember in the beginning he made a deal that if Twokai takes out Zenkaiger, well, Stacyzer will offer Zox the deal to find the SD-Topia Toji gear, so that he can free his two brothers free. But everybody knows that this is very predictable. Every villain every villain never keeps their word. Come on. That's Super Sentai 101. If you ever make a deal with a villain in Super Sentai world, they'll never keep their words or never keep their promise. They're just gonna stab you in the back. So you might as well have another plan. And well, who would have thought that Kaito and Zox, they have a plan of their own. And in this next photo, we see Kaito floating. Yep. So Kaito, he used the Maskman's aura energy, or their aura power, to meditation. So the meditation power and making him float, avoided him being blown to smithereens by Twoka's final gun attack while he was a giant. And this is where I really like this moment, because it's the moment where the Zenkaigers and Twokai are finally like on the same page, and they're ready to fight against Stacyzer together. And so they're about to morph, and this is a very exciting, because this is a group morph, and this shot, wow, this is wonderful, seeing the whole team all together.
This is kind of something I'll talk about at the end, but this is a cool shot and all, but kind of makes me wish they did something else for this series. But anyway, you want me to go?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the two teams morph. They do battle with the henchmen, and even Flint kind of gets in on the action. She's just like firing away, knocking them down. The other Zenkaigers get sidetracked by these powered up ones, while Dux and Kaito, battle Stacy, and and he uses the powers of Jekka to take on to handle Kaito and Zox, and like they use their special headbutting spinning ability, to overwhelm Kaito, and sends him hurtling off a cliff, and then Suchen, or tells Vroom to tell Zox, to use the special powers of Battle Fever, or not Battle Fever, of Jekka Big One, and then this dude appears. Big One. He was the leader of the yes, he was the leader of Jekka, the like the self-appointed leader, sort of. Just think prototype of season. Just think Tommy from season 2, but as a prototype. Anyway, his the ability Big One has is that he can actually turn the Jekka clones against Stacy, and they start fighting him. And like they're just saying, "How does this happen?" And then he goes, "Well, it's Big One's special. It's just his natural commanding charm. He's able to even turn evil clones of his team against the enemy." Anyway, back with the Zenkaigers, Majin uses her special, click-clacker ability to knock out the two monsters. I bet that Michael and Zoe 101 would love this girl. And then they use their combined blast from their guns, and they manage to defeat the powered-up grunts. And then they have Stacy on the ropes as well, all until Stace Caesar shows up. So this takes to the sky, or this takes to the Zords, and Vox decides that him and his group are going to battle him today. It kind of reminds me of when Bosco says, "I think I'll retreat for today." And they take on Stace Caesar in Riki's mode, and like they manage to overwhelm pretty much every attack he throws at him. And then we cut to some grass for dramatic effect, and then they turn into Kitana's powered up mode. And what happens?
Well, after this scene, we see the final defeat of Stace Caesar's Megazord in a very samurai way.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the samurai like Megazord fight. It's very unique because in the Megazord fights we see them just clashing and beating each other out, taking out their big guns, and then and we just don't have a special like samurai showdown style for these Megazords fights between Caesar's Megazord and Twokai's Megazord in a samurai form. So on the next pick, we see the defeat of Stace Caesar's Megazord, and at this moment, I feel like Stace Caesar, he's losing his confidence and his manipulating like skill in order to have Twokaiser and Zenkaiger like go against each other, like bump head to head and stuff.
Yes.
So the next photo we see Stacy, he retreats and he is accepting his defeat today. And today, in this episode, we celebrate the victory with Twokaiser and his family, and Kaito and his family.
Mm-hmm. So everyone seems to be on better terms now, and like except the episode ends with Zox eating something of Kaito's, and they fight about it, and then that's how the episode ends. But one other minor detail to note is that back in Ijiru's lair, he's all furious that Stay Caesar has been destroyed, and so he's already preparing for another evil scheme, and it's something he claims is um,
Hmm.
an ongoing plan. So, interesting conflicts and stuff for later on. So we'll just have to wait and see. And so that was episode 14. Thoughts, opinions, and ranking.
Mm.
Clement, you go.
Wait, what?
That was episode 14. So now give your thoughts, opinions, and ranking.
I give this episode a 9 out of 10 because it's finally the moment where they're now as a whole, as a team. And, we have the second duel, and the second duel was kind of fun, that seeing Kaito and Tukaiser going head to head on another duel to achieve their goal. It shows that, like, hey, even though we have our own like goals in the end, we're still fighting against the Doji Tendo Empire.
Mhm.
So we do have a main goal. And also, I really like I like where this episode leads off because we've already seen the defeat of Stay Caesar's Megazord. The Megazord was great, but I feel like when he's being destroyed on this episode, does this mean like Stay Caesar's going to have a new like weapon or something new that is going to be used to destroy the Zenkaigers and Twokaiser? We don't know. And yeah, no problem with this episode at all. So a 9 out of 10. What about you?
I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 too. It's definitely better than last week's, but like I said, I think they should have probably just, skipped the stock footage fight and just had it be, Riki's debut, and then have it end on a cliffhanger, and then maybe have Stay Caesar and them start out fighting in this episode, and then they both kind of withdraw or something, or like they both come up with a deal or something during the fight, and then that leads into how the episode plays out. But yeah, aside from that, this episode is overall pretty good. The only other problem I really have is that dance scene. I was just like, I wasn't, I wasn't as annoyed as the feather duster from last week, but I think that part probably was a little unnecessary, or maybe they could have had some other season gimmick, that could have been a little fun. They could have been a little funny, and then the episode continues on from there. But aside from that, it's not really a big deal. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It also kind of funny how once it goes to the rock quarry, it pretty much stays there the rest of the time. So
Bang.
yes, you want to play with your toys. So
Yeah. But anyways, so Quasar Red and I, we give this a high praised A episode, and the story is getting better, and we are one episode away from reaching to episode 15. So 15 episodes almost in, and if any of you fans haven't even started watching Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, I highly recommend to watch it because it's fun. It's a really entertaining show, and the pacing is good so far, and I'm liking where the story is taking place to where it is right now between Twokaiser, Zenkaiger, Stacy, and the Toji Tendo empires. The villains are kind of they're kind of fun in a good way, but some of them could be like it could they're great villains, no doubt, but they have certain perks on them that makes it very evil. That I want to recycle this world. I want to give this world so much trash. I'm going to turn the whole world into sushi. I am going to infect the world with mushrooms, and I am going to make the whole world tagging each other.
So they're definitely trying to infect the world.
Yep. I feel like most of the villains are like very infectious. Like the other one also wants to turn the whole world into ice. That's like this infection spreading. So
yes. So that's the episode. Let's go to comments, and we only have 2 today. Ryan, he's liking the dancing, and he's saying LOL, of course. So it was funny. I bet he was jealous we didn't do it. This was a dancing bit, and he didn't get in on it. Anyway, so I think that about does it for today.
Yes, so that does it, and that is the end of our episode for episode 14. So we'll keep you guys noted like when we're gonna review episode 15. But just to keep you all informed, that episode 15 will be like what the first the first one yeah, like I would say like the first 1/3 of like the episode set.
Series.
Yeah, of the series. And if any of you fans out there haven't even started, check it out. Like I said earlier, and and I already got the products. Like I already got the Gear to Linger, and I got the Gear to Linger. So these are great. These are great Super Sentai toys, no doubt. And like I know if I get myself some of their products, it means like I really like the show. Like I'm very picky when it comes to Super Sentai shows, but I know like if it's something good, then it's worth having.
So yeah, I guess we'll close out early today. Where can we find you, Red Star?
So you guys can find me on Instagram, Celia1031, and I'm hanging around the Morphin Network. So yeah. What about you?
Find me on Instagram, Brown_K, as well as QR Ranger Buck. And also, Hasbro has announced that there will be another Fan Pulse Friday coming up, so you can probably stay tuned for our reactions to it, as well as Mike and Leonard's Kamen Rider podcast coming later this week. And if there's anything else like interviews or anything or any other special podcasts, we'll be sure to let you all know. Also, Dino Fury might be coming to Netflix, and rumor has it they will have 3 additional episodes. So get excited for that and all. So let's see. Do we already say where we can find each other?
Yeah. Did you put yours?
Yes, Brown_K as well as QR Ranger Bug. And so yeah, I think that does it for today. All right, time for the goodbye wave. You want to close this out with another dance?
Nah. I feel like I want to do another dance some other time. But thank you all for tuning in today's episode. We'll keep you guys notified for next week's episode when we review episode 15 of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. All right? So everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, like Kaito said, Zenryukyu Zenkai!
Peace, everyone.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger.
Sorry, wrong one. Let's see.